How's it guys, Munash here, and today we have Falcon against Abyss of Legends Luke Cage. Now you might be wondering why am I using Falcon for this fight, and that's actually because he works pretty well for it. He might not be one of the best counters, he doesn't have some unique hidden ability or anything that makes the fight easier. You're still gonna have to intercept to remove the unblockable and unstoppable, since the abyssal ability is not a defensive ability, but just his damage output alone is what makes him a pretty viable option for this fight. Cause when he's fighting an evade champ, he gets those passive cruelties which increase his crit damage by quite a bit. So every time you hit the opponent you get one of those cruelties and they cap at 99. And at that stage while locked on I was doing 16k mediums and 10k light attacks. And I'm using a rank 3 6-star Falcon, sig level 60 without any boosts or suicides or synergies. I don't even have Nick Fury in the team. In terms of mastery setup, I had maxed Limba, which is pretty important for a fight like this. Then I also had maxed Pacify, which actually did help me a bit. Because when you parry, you can actually prevent those boss from triggering while he's stunned. There's a 30% chance with max Pacify. And now I'm thinking there might be a way to do this fight with max Pacify and make it much easier. But I'll save that for another video after I've tested it. Then I have max willpower because Luke Cage can apply those exhaustion debuffs with these light attacks, and if he gets stunned it's a bit more healing as well. Then in offense I just have level 3 glass cannon and 1 point in assassin. Then everything else is pretty standard. So with this setup I was able to take down Luke Cage in 4 revives. It actually should have been 3, I had about 4% left after the third fight, but just didn't quite play well enough overall to do it in 1 less revive. So in my third fight I actually ran out of storage space on my iPad, so that fight got cut a little bit short, but I got most of it. It was just the first about 40 hits and the last 40 hits which I missed. But I had about 50 hits left and managed to take about 4% with that. And in terms of maximizing damage per hit, I only try to hit him while I'm locked on and he's not indestructible. And use the special too, cause that last hit can do a good amount of damage while you're locked on. I remember doing this fight in 8 revives with Aegon, although to be fair it was a 5-star, and I could have done it in 6 if I played better. And of course the first fight or two with Aegon is usually pretty slow. He does need to ramp up to about at least 100 hits before you start seeing some decent damage, consistently at least. But if I used a rank 3 6-star Aegon and ramped him up on Darkhawk, I still don't think he'll be doing this fight in less than 3 revives. At least not without boosts, suicides and all that. And that's actually kind of what inspired this fight, because I've been having some conversations lately about who's the best skill champ. More specifically, who's the second best skill champ, because I think most people agreed that Nick Fury is number 1. And I usually don't like answering these questions because it's just so specific and it always depends, where you are, what the circumstances and all that. That's why I sort of stay away from like making tier lists or, top 5 type of lists. But of course it also depends where you are in the game. So I was saying once you're done with Labyrinth and Abyss, then Aegon isn't the second best skill champ, or at least not anymore. For me that spot goes to Falcon, cause just that lock-on utility makes him so incredibly useful in pretty much any game mode. In the past month I've probably used him more than Nick Fury in Alliance War. Whereas Aegon is a champ I haven't really used in several months besides in Abyss testing, and that was just on the CC beta, cause right now there's just no content that really needs him, I mean he's still pretty good for Act 6, Act 7, he can do a lot of work there, but it's not really a requirement, He's also pretty beastly in incursions, but I only do that like, once every 2000 years, approximately. So out of all the champs I've ranked up this year, Falcon has probably been the most useful for me. It's either him or the rank 3 Warlock, but yeah, I really do value this champ's utility. And bringing it back to the Aegon debate, I was kind of wondering how he would do in Abyss as an Aegon replacement. I've tried him against the Abyss thing, which he does in 1 revive, fairly comfortably, so he works pretty well on many of these fights. He basically has what Aegon has at 500 combo. I think the main thing is he doesn't have that OP tenacity and the unblockable, which you don't actually need for many of the Abyss fights. Just being able to counter evade is enough a lot of the time. Maybe I'll try him out in 1 or 2 more fights in Abyss, or you guys can let me know if there's a particular fight you want to see with Falcon. But yeah, I'm just gonna let the rest of this fight play. Not an easy fight by any means, it actually was a little bit frustrating at times trying to intercept him when he's just turtling up, and just being super passive, but it was also quite interesting at times. I actually had some moments of enjoyment. Like, it's pretty satisfying whenever you land those super clutch intercepts, and I was doing a lot of different types of intercepting in this fight. Full-on intercepts, backdrafts, hitting him right after his special attack while he's still unstoppable and unblockable, then backdrafting off of that. The only thing I couldn't do was the shallow intercept. Not sure why that wasn't working out for me, but Kabam are a bit particular on what counts as an intercept. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this one. I hope you guys found it interesting, but as always, thank you for watching, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.